The internet is on fire right now. Kendrick Lamar just did something in Argentina that's got fans crying in the streets. Yo, what happened in Buenos Aires last night wasn't just a concert, it was a whole emotional roller coaster. Fans pulled up expecting a show and left feeling like they'd just witnessed the final scene of a blockbuster movie. We're talking tears, screams, confessions in the crowd, and even a fan fainting when Kendrick looked her in the eyes during Mortal Man. But that's not even the wildest part. Rumors are now swirling that this might have been Kendrick's secret farewell. Was this the last time we'll ever see this version of K. And bro, what really went down backstage after the show? Sources say there was a private convo that left Kendrick storming out in silence. And fans are now digging through every lyric, every moment of the performance, looking for clues. From surprise setlist switches to emotional breakdowns in the audience. This wasn't just another tour stop. This was a moment in hip-hop history. So what really happened that night? Stay locked in, because this story goes deeper than anyone expected. They say some concerts change lives. But what went down in Argentina left fans with tears in their eyes and hearts racing in their chests. Kendrick Lamar didn't just perform, he confessed. And now the entire rap world is divided, confused, and questioning what really went down behind those stadium lights. From the moment Kendrick touched the stage in Buenos Aires, there was an energy no one could quite explain. Fans on social media said they felt something off, like the calm before a storm. And boy, they were right. Kendrick opened with his usual hits, Humble, DNA, Backseat Freestyle. But it wasn't until the middle of the set when everything changed, right after performing United in Grief. Kendrick went silent. He didn't talk, didn't move. He just stood still, looking at the crowd like he was searching for something. The lights dimmed. The band slowed down. And then out of nowhere, Kendrick said, "Some of y'all don't know what I've been through. Just to stand here tonight." The crowd went quiet. You could hear a pin drop in a packed stadium of nearly 40,000 people. Then he kept going. "They tried to stop me. People close to me. People I trusted." And that's when the rumors started to spiral. Who was he talking about? Fans started flooding Twitter and Threads instantly. Hashtag Kendrick exposed. Hashtag Traitor in Thysosol. And even hashtag Lamar betrayed started trending within minutes. People were speculating. Was this about TDE? Was it about Baby Keem? Or was it about someone from the industry we ain't even seen coming? And then it got even more intense. Kendrick performed a brand new, never-before-heard verse. It wasn't on any album. It wasn't teased. It was raw, unfiltered, and aimed directly at someone. He rapped about disloyalty, about snakes in the studio, about someone stealing from him emotionally and financially. He said, "How you smile in my face but was signing deals behind my back. You broke the code, dog. Now I gotta rap that pain out loud." The fans were losing it. People in the crowd were looking at each other in disbelief. One fan who went viral later was caught on camera screaming, "He's talking about Keem. It's Keem." Others weren't so sure. Some thought it was Shaw, others thought it was Dave Free. Some even threw out wild theories that Kendrick was talking about his own cousin getting too hungry for fame. But it didn't stop there. In the middle of the next track, Kendrick stopped the beat and said something that sent literal chills through the stadium. He said, "If you know me, you know I never wanted the crown. But they forced me to wear it while they planned to take me out." The crowd gasped. Fans on social media instantly started dissecting the line. What did he mean, take me out? Was this just metaphorical? Or was there something deeper, something darker behind that statement? Some fans believed Kendrick was hinting at betrayal so deep it almost ended his career. Others thought he was exposing internal beef within Pidgealong, something that's been whispered about in industry circles but never confirmed. And then came the Instagram post. Minutes after the verse, Kendrick's official account posted a black screen with the caption, "I forgive you, but I won't forget." That post exploded. Every blog, every page, every rap drama account was reposting it. Fans were tagging people left and right. This for Keem FR1 user wrote. Another said, "Yo, this might be about Kendrick's manager, not Keem." People been shady. The comments were on fire. Thousands of likes, reposts, and theories poured in within minutes. Even celebrities started chiming in. Solange liked the post. And someone claimed Drake even unliked a recent PG Long trailer. Now, whether that's real or not, we don't know. But you already know how the internet gets when the drama starts boiling over. And we saw the footage. A backstage clip leaked just hours later, and it's blurry. Shaky, probably shot on an old iPhone, but you can clearly hear Kendrick yelling at someone. He says, "I told you this wasn't about numbers. I told you not to make it about clout." And then a voice responds, low, almost defensive. "You act like I didn't build this with you." The clip cuts there. But that 8-second video broke the internet. The comment section went into full warfare. People were choosing sides. Team Kendrick versus Team whoever that hell he's talking about. And the fan base split in half. Kendrick loyalists said he's been too silent for too long, and this was his breaking point. Others said he should have kept it private and not aired out the drama on stage. Some even accused him of pulling a publicity stunt to boost PG Long attention after a quiet year. But here's the twist. The real twist that got fans spiraling. A former PG Long intern, who's now going viral under the username Dostbehintthekurt, started dropping alleged inside info. They claim that Kendrick found out someone from his own inner circle had been leaking demo tracks to a major label, and that one of those tracks was actually reworked and given to a totally different artist, one who dropped it earlier this year. The fan base went into full detective mode. Reddit threads blew up. YouTube lyric comparisons. TikTok side-by-side beat analysis. Everyone's trying to find that stolen song. The top theory. A certain chart-topping rapper from Atlanta dropped a suspiciously Kendrick-sounding track back in July. Fans swear the cadence, the production style, even the hook sounds too close to Kendrick's unreleased vibe. But nothing's confirmed. No legal action. No names. Just chaos. Pure internet-fueled chaos. And while all this is going down online, Kendrick's Argentina show is getting reposted by fans from every angle. Clips of him tearing up during a stripped-down version of Mortal Man have hit over 12 million views in just 2 days. People are calling it his most emotional performance ever. One fan even tweeted, "I've seen Kendrick live 4 times, but I've never seen him hurt like this." Another wrote, "That man went through something deep. You can see it in his eyes. He wasn't performing. He was healing." And just when it felt like things couldn't get more intense, the footage cuts to the final song of the night. Kendrick ends the show not with All Right or Mirror or any of his usual closers. He ends it with a spoken word poem, unreleased, unheard, possibly unscripted. He steps up to the mic and says, "These seen brothers fall from grace with gold in their hands. Smiles turn to knives once the hunger expands. I gave my soul. They gave silence in return. Now I light this stage just to watch bridges burn." Mic drop. Lights out. No encore. And that's where things took a sharp left turn, not just artistically, but personally. Because within hours of that show ending, something major happened. Something fans didn't expect. A PG Lang artist unfollowed Kendrick on Instagram. And not just any artist. Someone very close. Someone who's been in photo shoots, behind-the-scenes clips, and major brand deals with PG Long all year. And fans were quick to catch it. You already know what that means. The betrayal might be way closer than anyone expected. The second that PG Lang artist unfollowed Kendrick on Instagram, the internet went straight into meltdown mode. Fans didn't even have time to breathe before screenshots started flying across Twitter, TikTok, and rap blogs. Yo, did redacted name just unfollow Kendrick? One post read. Another fan wrote, "This just confirmed everything. The betrayal came from inside the house." And while the artist didn't post a single word publicly, they didn't have to. The silence was loud. The unfollow was louder. Fans started pulling up old interviews, digging into lyrics, breaking down body language in music videos, anything that could prove there was tension building behind the scenes. People were zooming in on studio clips, saying, "Look at how Kendrick side-eyed him here," or "Notice how they didn't dap up at the end of this shoot." Then came the conspiracy avalanche. Some fans started theorizing that this entire fallout wasn't just about stolen songs or secret deals. They believed it had to do with money, specifically a rumored split over PG Lang's financial direction. There's been whispers for months that Kendrick and Dave Free weren't on the same page anymore. People said Dave was bringing in outsiders, talking corporate, trying to turn PG Lang into a brand-first, art-second empire, and Kendrick. He wasn't feeling it, a leaked audio message allegedly from someone close to PG Lang's creative team made things even messier. In the audio, a male voice says, "Bro wanted to keep it real." But they started bringing in all these stylists, brand reps, suits. It wasn't about the art no more. He said, "Yo, they trying to turn PG Lang into Disney with a hoodie on." Nobody could confirm if it was legit, but fans ate it up regardless. And then someone pulled receipts. An old podcast clip resurfaced where Kendrick talked about loyalty. In it, he said, "Sometimes the people you bring with you to the top, not everybody's meant to stay there. Some start thinking it's their mountain." Fans linked that statement directly to what happened in Argentina. It felt like foreshadowing, like he knew the betrayal was coming. He just didn't know when. And while all this digital chaos was unfolding, Kendrick, radio silent, no new post, no statement, no denial, just complete calculated silence, the kind that makes the story 10 times more terrifying. Because if there's one thing Kendrick fans know, when he's quiet, he's cooking. But not everyone stayed quiet. Just 2 days after the Argentina performance, Baby Keem posted a cryptic tweet that read, "Truth don't trend." 3 words. That's it. But that tweet hit like a nuke. The replies blew up instantly. Is this about Kendrick? Yo, what you trying to say? Nah, don't tell me you part of the betrayal too. Keem deleted the tweet within an hour, but by then, it was already screenshotted, reposted, dissected, and turned into a dozen YouTube reaction videos. Then things got even more surreal. Ann Page, one of those deep dive stan accounts that tracks everything, posted a timeline that had the internet shook. According to them, Kendrick and Keem hadn't been seen together in person since early summer. They showed photos from different studio sessions, brand shoots, tour stops, and in every one, it was either Keem or Kendrick, but never both. Fans hadn't noticed until now. But once it was laid out like that, it was hard to unsee. And guess what happened next? Keem's team posted a teaser clip of a new song. No title, no context. Just 15 seconds of Keem rapping over a dark, moody beat and the line that had everyone losing their minds. "You said family, then threw the knife and dipped." Fans were screaming, "This is about Kendrick. They really beefing now. He just aired it out." But not everyone was convinced. Some fans believed this was all part of an elaborate rollout. They said the timing was too perfect. The Argentina show, the unfollow, the cryptic tweets, the song teaser, it felt like chess. Not real beef. This industry loves trauma marketing, one user commented. They know drama sells. Another said, "I wouldn't be surprised if they drop a surprise collab next week called Betrayal, and the cover is just a broken PG Lang logo." Here's where the drama hits a whole other level. PG Lang staff member who hasn't been named but was verified by multiple rap pages reportedly got fired just days after the Argentina performance. And here's the wild part. They went live on TikTok that same night and dropped some serious shade. They didn't name names, but they said this: "Funny how loyalty gets tested when checks start bouncing and secrets get out. Some of these so-called visionaries, they ain't got no vision left." Yo. What? Comment sections exploded. This has to be about Kendrick. It's talking about Dave Free. This sounds like Keem did something dirty. Every theory imaginable started running wild. People were connecting dots that probably don't even exist, but at this point, it didn't matter. The drama had momentum. It was moving faster than truth, and nobody could stop it. Then came the group chat leak. Someone leaked screenshots from an old group chat allegedly between Kendrick, Keem, and a few other PG Lang collaborators. In one message, which is still unverified but widely believed to be real, someone writes, "I built this with you. But if you keep freezing me out, I'll build without you." And another reply says, "Do what you gotta do. Just don't bite my sound when you do it." Rodot. You can't make this stuff up. The tension was so thick you could feel it through your phone screen. Fans were divided. Some said Kendrick had every right to call out the snakes in his circle. Others said he let fame and paranoia isolate him. Some were even starting to feel bad for Keem, saying maybe he got caught in the crossfire between Kendrick and the business suits. Running PG Lang behind the scenes, and just when you thought this couldn't get any messier, guess who joined the conversation? Schoolboy Q.Yep. Q hopped on his Insta story and posted a photo of him and Kendrick from 2013 with no caption, just the photo. Fans immediately took it as a sign. He's showing loyalty. He's reminding people who's real. But then, hours later, he posted another story, this time a screenshot of a text that read, "Stay solid in silence. Loud moves get exposed." People lost it. Was he supporting Kendrick, throwing shade at Keem, or warning both of them to chill? And then there was Sha. Fans noticed she quietly unliked a bunch of PGRL Clang-related posts she had previously interacted with. Again, no official statements, no direct comments. Just little moves, little signs, little cracks forming all over this once tight-knit collective. By now, the fanbase was in full-on civil war mode. Stan accounts were fighting. Comment sections were a battlefield. One fan even made a viral thread breaking down the entire drama like a Netflix crime doc, complete with character profiles, timeline graphs, and, quote, screenshots. People were calling it PG Lang versus PG Payne. And in the middle of it all, Kendrick still hadn't said a word. But that was about to change, just hours before this video dropped. A mysterious billboard went up in downtown Los Angeles. Plain black background, white text. No logo, no artist name. Just for words, some truths cut deeper. Fans are convinced it's part of Kendrick's next move. Possibly a new album rollout. Maybe a diss track. Maybe the final chapter in this drama saga. And the craziest part, sources say he's about to do another overseas show, this time in London. Fans are already predicting he's going to address the beef directly on stage. Some are saying he'll name names. Others think he might retire. Nobody knows for sure. But one thing's guaranteed. This drama ain't over. The streets of London were buzzing even before Kendrick's plane touched down. Fans were camped outside the venue 2 days early, holding up signs that read, "Say the names and we still got you, K. People flew in from all over Europe. Everyone was expecting fireworks. This wasn't just another show anymore. This was supposed to be the response after Argentina. The entire rap world had their eyes glued to Kendrick. Would he stay silent? Would he clap back? Would he expose the snake in the circle once and for all? But no one predicted what actually happened. The night of the London show, the energy was unreal. The venue was packed wall to wall. Fans said it felt like the opening scene of a movie, like something major was about to unfold. But Kendrick didn't come out swinging. He came out, different.com, focused, dressed in all black, with no jewelry, no dancers, no PYROS, just him and a single spotlight. OS, just him and a single spotlight. He started with some familiar tracks, but even the energy in those felt darker, more intense. When he hit Element, fans noticed he changed a lyric. Instead of saying most of y'all throw rocks and try to hide your hand, said most of y'all got hands that signed the plan. The crowd heard it. They screamed. Fans immediately started texting, tweeting, posting. Yo, did he just accuse somebody of plotting against him? This man rewriting the script live on stage. Then, just like in Argentina, everything stopped. The music cut. The lights dimmed. Kendrick stepped to the mic and took a long pause. Fans were dead silent. And then he said, "I could have aired everything out tonight. But I realized something." Another pause? You don't heal by hurting, but you can hurt by healing out loud. The crowd didn't even know how to react. Some people clapped. Others looked around confused. But everyone felt it. And then, the bombshell dropped. Kendrick premiered a brand new track live. No title, no warning. Just a hard-hitting, emotionally raw verse that had the whole arena frozen. The lyrics weren't just shade, they were deeply personal. He rapped, "We built dreams in the same room. Split visions, you chose fame. I chose faith and conviction, called me brother, while you whispered in rooms, sold pieces of my soul like you rented my wounds." Bro. You could hear the pain in his voice. Fans said he looked like he was holding back tears. And that's when the cameras caught something wild. Baby Keem was in the audience. Yup, in the front row. Hoodie up. Barely visible, but very much present. As soon as that news hit social media, people lost it. Keem showed up to the London show. Wait, was this all a misunderstanding? Yo, this might actually be deeper than we thought. But here's the twist. Keem left before the show ended. No one knows why. No one knows if Kendrick saw him. But the tension was real and the plot thickened even more backstage. A voice memo leaked the next morning. Allegedly recorded in the dressing room area, it captured a tense conversation between two voices, one believed to be Kendrick's manager, and another believed to be a PG Long executive. In the clip, someone says, "He said he's done being quiet." London was the first page. The rest's gonna hurt. Fans started speculating hard. First page. Is Kendrick writing a Talal album? A documentary? A book? What is he planning? And then the fan base got bold. A group of die-hard Kendrick fans organized a digital campaign called #KDOT, Uncensored. They demanded answers. They started tagging PG Long, Dave Free, Keem, Shaw, and even Schoolboy Q in every post. They wanted statements, explanations, anything. One user even tweeted, "If you stood beside him when it was peace, stand beside him when it's war." Meanwhile, Kendrick still hadn't posted anything official since the Argentina show. No captions, no tweets. Just one cryptic Insta story, a photo of a broken watch with no context. The internet exploded with theories. It's about time. Is he saying their time is up? This man speaking in riddles now. But while fans were decoding his every move, someone else decided to speak up. A female artist from the PG Long camp, who hadn't been active in months, suddenly went live on TikTok. She didn't say names, but she told a story that sounded way too familiar. She said, "Sometimes the ones who invite you to dinner are the same ones who will poison the plate. And when you call them out, they tell you you're too emotional. It's too soft, too artsy, but I'm not scared anymore." Comments immediately lit up. She's talking about Dave Free. This confirms Kendrick ain't the only one who got betrayed. So the whole PG Long vibe was fake. People started reevaluating everything. Remember that poetic ending Kendrick gave in Argentina? Fans now think it was more than a performance. They think it was a warning. Some even believe Kendrick is building up to drop his final project ever. Others think he's about to break PG Long entirely and start something new. A few even think he might expose the industry at large, like full whistleblower mode, and just when things felt like they couldn't get more intense, someone leaked the set list for his upcoming Paris show. And guess what was on there? A track called Family Ties PT2, Yup, the sequel to the original hit with Baby Keem. The title alone had fans screaming. Are they reuniting? Is this a diss track? What's he gonna say? But the leak didn't stop there. A few lines from the song got out, allegedly from a soundcheck recording, and the lyrics. You tied to my legacy like rope to a crime, but you let M use you? Now your light ain't mine, blood ain't thicker than betrayal in rhyme, you crossed lines. We drew back in '09, fans were in shambles. Full breakdowns on YouTube. TikTok theories every 5 seconds. People were crying in comments. Man, this wasn't just gossip anymore, this was heartbreak. One fan posted. Watching Kendrick go through this is like watching your big brother get jumped by his own crew. Another wrote, he's not rapping to impress anymore. He's rapping to survive. And that's when PG Lung officially made a move, for the first time since the drama began. The company posted a statement on their page. Short, cold, corporate. It read, creativity is a journey, not a courtroom. Differences happen. Visions evolve. We support all our artists as they grow into who they are meant to be. Names. No accountability. No answers. Fans weren't buying it. They flooded the comments with clown emojis, broken hearts, and snake symbols. Someone replied, this ain't a press release. This is a panic button. Others started unfollowing PG Lang altogether. The numbers dropped by nearly 30,000 within 48 hours. Even some influencers who had recently worked with PG Lang started quietly removing the tag from their bios. And all the empire he helped build was starting to crumble publicly. Kendrick, he was in Paris. No posts. No interviews. Just spotted walking through the city in a long coat, headphones on. No entourage. Someone caught a blurry photo and captioned it. This man looked like he's carrying ghosts. Paris wasn't supposed to be the end. It was just another date on the tour, another city, another crowd. But when Kendrick stepped onto that stage, there was something different in the air. Fans said he looked lighter, like a weight had been lifted. But at the same time, there was still that same look in his eyes, that quiet fire, the kind you only get when you've been hurt, healed, and now you're ready to speak the full truth. The arena was packed. No intro, no visuals. Just Kendrick walking on stage, no hype man, no opening act. The lights turned blue, a single mic. And without saying a word, he opened with the most unexpected track, Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst. Raw, stripped down, no beat. Just the piano, his voice, and thousands of fans crying in the crowd. People said you could feel the tension break. Like this was no longer about who said what. It was about why everything hurt so much. Halfway through the set, Kendrick finally addressed the situation directly. No riddles. No poetry. Just real talk. He stepped to the mic and said, some of y'all came here for answers. Others came here for closure. And some of y'all came to see me bleed. I get it. But before you decide who was right and who was wrong, just remember everybody got their own version of the truth. And sometimes the loudest one ain't the realest. That moment hit hard. The crowd went silent. And then he said something that completely flipped the story on its head. I wasn't betrayed by one person. I was betrayed by myself. Boom. You could hear people gasping in the crowd. Phones were shaking. This was the twist no one saw coming, he continued. I gave too much. Tried to keep too many people happy. Tried to carry the weight of every dream around me. I blurred the lines between business and brotherhood. And when it all cracked, I blamed him. But I should have seen it coming. The red flags were there. I ignored them. That's on me. People in the audience were crying. Real tears. Not for the drama, but for what he was finally admitting, that all the betrayal, the conflict, the silence, it was part of a deeper internal war. And Kendrick wasn't just exposing his circle. He was exposing himself. And then, out of nowhere, the moment that shook the entire rap world, Kendrick turned toward the side of the stage and nodded. Baby Keem walked out. Yup. You read that right. The same Baby Keem who unfollowed him. The same Baby Keem who posted those cryptic tweets. The same Baby Keem who fans thought had stabbed him in the back. Stood beside him on stage. In silence, the crowd lost their minds. People screamed. Others froze. For a full 30 seconds, they just stood there. Two cousins, two collaborators, Two men who built something bigger than themselves. Now facing the storm together. Now facing the storm together. Then Kendrick grabbed the mic and said, "Blood can't fix everything. But sometimes it's the reason you try." And just like that, the beat for Family Ties PT2 dropped live. For the first time ever. The verse was different than the leaked version. This one had additions. New bars, deeper emotions. Kendrick rapped, "You thought I ain't see you drowning. I was drowning to you, built your boat with my blueprints, but forgot who drew. I ain't mad you floated, just wish you threw a rope back." Now we both on stage trying to make this pain clap. Then Keem came in with a verse that changed everything. He said, "I ain't proud of how I moved. I was chasing ghosts. You gave me keys. I broke in, left a haunted house, but I'm here now. Trying to fix what I cracked, 'cause if I lose you, I don't want none of it back." You could hear a pin drop after that. People were shaking. Grown men in the audience were crying. This wasn't a diss. It wasn't a reunion for clout. It was a live reconciliation. Raw, unfiltered, painful, real. Fans online didn't know how to react. Timelines were split. Some felt scammed. Was all the drama fake? Others said this was the most mature moment in rap in years. One fan wrote, "Hip-hop beef turned into hip-hop healing. I didn't expect this, but I needed it." And while the crowd cheered and chanted, Kendrick ended the show in the most poetic way possible. He said, "I came to Paris expecting to end something. But I think this is the beginning. I ain't perfect. Neither is he. Neither are y'all. But music is the only place I got left to tell the truth. So if you hear something in my next tape, understand it ain't a shot. It's a mirror." And with that, the lights dimmed. No encore, no goodbye. Just silence. But the internet. It exploded. The hashtags flipped from hashtag Kendrick vs KEM to hashtag Family Found and hashtag KDOT healed. TikTok reactions poured in. Fans said it felt like watching your parents finally talk after a year of silent tension. Even big names in the industry posted reactions. J. Cole dropped a prayer hands emoji. Tyler, the Creator, tweeted, "Growth is gangsta." Rihanna commented on a fan post, "This is what artistry looks like." But the dust hadn't fully settled because Dave Free, the silent storm in the background of this whole thing, finally made his move. He posted a photo on his story. It was a page-long notebook torn in half. No caption. Just that fans took it as confirmation. The business partnership may be done. They think Kendrick and Keem might be continuing page-long as a creative label. But Dave, he's out. More rumors started swirling. Insiders said Dave had already signed a new deal with another label, working on launching a new artist collective under a different name. Others said this was just temporary, that maybe someday the three would circle back. But right now, the vibe was clear. Kendrick and Keem are blood. But Dave, that chapter's probably closed. And as fans began to digest everything, Kendrick's team posted one final image. A black and white photo of Kendrick and Keem sitting at a table. No words, just the PG-Long logo between them. But the logo was cracked. Not shattered, just cracked. Like something broken, but not destroyed. And that's how this wild, emotional, twist-filled saga ended. Not with a diss track. Not with fists. Not even with full closure. But with honesty. Growth and pain turned into poetry. Because, in the end, the rap game isn't just about bars. It's about battles. Not just the ones we see, but the ones artists fight inside themselves. And Kendrick, he finally let us see that fight and somehow made it beautiful. So now that the dust has settled, or at least started to, we're left with one burning question. Was this Kendrick's most powerful moment yet? He turned a global stage into a therapy session. He aired out wounds we didn't even know existed. And instead of feeding the fire like everyone expected, he brought healing, not hate, but even with the emotional reunion, the cryptic lyrics, and the cracked PG-Long logo, fans are still divided. Was the Keem drama real? Did Dave Free really walk away for good? Is PG-Long still alive? Or is this the beginning of something completely new? And most importantly, did Kendrick just deliver the greatest, softest performance in modern rap history without ever naming a single name? This might have looked like a resolution, but what if it's just act one of a bigger story? Because with Kendrick, there's always another layer, another truth, another twist waiting to be revealed. So tell us, what do you think really happened behind the scenes? Was this all calculated genius or emotional chaos? Was this the beginning of the end for PG Long? Or a rebirth? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We want to hear everything. Smash that like button if you were holding your breath during that London moment. And don't forget to subscribe for more exclusive rap drama, wild behind-the-scenes breakdowns, and everything the blogs are too scared to talk about. This is Rap Culture Unfiltered. And trust us, the next bombshell is always closer than you think.